This is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us today, 713-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.
Well, good morning, crew. It is Thursday. We've had a cold front move through the area, and it feels very refreshing outside this morning. I am in the Peaks to Plains weather backyard, and it is made possible by F&B Landscaping and Hydrix Colorado Tree Farm. And I tell you what, it is just a beautiful morning outside across southern Colorado. Shift overnight, fire, not necessarily the best thing, but you know, this morning we do have higher humidity, which is certainly good, and we are hopeful that when we get an update here this morning that we have some good news on that fire that is burning about 36 miles off to the northeast of Trinidad. This video is from Chaz Wakeman, who Mary and I talked to live last evening at about 6 o'clock, and his neighbor Linda Rush as they were fleeing from the fire in the afternoon with mandatory evacuations that were issued. They were both very concerned about their homes. Linda having to leave some cattle behind. Fort Carson responding quickly to the fire. Of course, their area here just to the east of Highway 350, very near the Pinion Canyon maneuver site. Many local agencies responding to this fire as well. the Rocky Ford Fire Department as they were doing some structure protection, showing one of the tankers coming in here and dropping some slurry. And so, it's amazing to see how quickly areas come together when there are these fires that break out. So it's about 40 miles off to the east-southeast of Walsenburg, 36 miles off to the northeast of Trinidad. It is in extreme northern Los Animas County. As I said, the fire at last update, officially 148 acres. There were 3 structures that they were doing protection on. There were just under 90 firefighters there, and so we'll get an update, I think, here this morning on what their plans are, any updates they have from the situation, and you can see that even when you zoom in, 148 acres doesn't seem all that large, but obviously for the people that are in the path of this fire, it's a big impact. Over the last 6 hours, we've watched the front come in from the north, so Trinidad, we've had the wind pick up here. Some of us have had some gusts over 40 miles per hour this morning, and that'll last for another couple of hours before we pull the wind back, and we end up, as we head into the afternoon, getting upslope behind this cold front. That will still be breezy today. Now this morning, the dew points are in the 40s. That'll change in a big way by the time we hit the afternoon. If you're far enough behind the front, you are running a little bit cooler than this time yesterday. Those of you along and just behind the front, with the atmosphere being mixed up, are actually a couple degrees warmer than yesterday. So we've got lots of 60s as we wake up on this Thursday along and south of the Arkansas River. We've got some 40s up across parts of the Palmer Divide this morning, and quite a few 40s over some of the mountain areas. Alamosa is warmer than this time yesterday as we sit at 50 degrees. So Trinidad, we've seen the wind pick up here. You see it's out of the north at 15 sustained right now. We are getting gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour. We may have had a few gusts in the vicinity of the fire, around 40. Lots of sunshine out there this morning. Pueblo, we're sitting at 63, and in Colorado Springs this morning, we are sitting at 52. So it is a pleasant start to the day. I hope you are doing good today. I want to talk about what we are going to see here on our short-term forecast as we move into the afternoon behind this front, because it is a little bit interesting that even though we are going to be sharply cooler today, we still have some fire weather concerns. So let's jump into that short-term forecast here early this morning. The front is mainly going to impact areas east of the mountains. Over the mountains, we're not going to change all that much from a temperature perspective compared to what we had yesterday. So we hit 99 in Lamar on Wednesday. Pueblo was at 96. Colorado Springs, we hit 91. And the mountain areas were in the low to mid 80s on the valley floors. Well, today, we're about the same over the mountains, like I said. Over the plains, on the Palmer Divide up into northeastern Colorado, temperatures probably don't hit 80. And for those of us in southern Colorado, we will be in the 80s, which is quite a bit different than what we had yesterday. We don't have any clouds around this morning. This system is coming at us as part of this larger system that's been moving up to our north. So that's where all of the showers have been. There's actually been a little bit of snow across northwestern Wyoming and southern sections of Montana as the storm moved into the Central Plains overnight. That's what brought the cold front south behind the departing jet stream, and so you can see the front is now in northern New Mexico. We still have some fire weather concerns today behind the front, and they're kind of on the lower end of the threshold, but areas along the Arkansas River, south of the foothills, Walsenburg, Trinidad, and then into Fremont County do have red flag warnings up from the late morning through 8 o'clock this evening. And my friends at the Weather Service have very specific criteria that they use when they're looking at fire danger and whether or not to issue a red flag warning. Those are wind gusts or sustained wind 25 miles per hour or greater, humidity below 15% for 3 or more hours through the course of the warning, and the local fuels have to be critical for the fires. And they say that they are going to hit those today. Now, if you look at this computer model and some of the other ones that you can look at, and I'm showing you the gusts here, which tend to be on the higher end of the sustained wind, you hit the afternoon and you see that, well, we're kind of below that 25 miles per hour. So why have they issued that? Well, there's a real good reason for it. This pattern today behind the cold front, the large-scale weather pattern, is enhancing our local mountain plains circulation. And computers don't always pick up on that. They miss that a little bit. So some of the gusts in the afternoon are going to be about 6 to 8 miles per hour stronger than what this computer model is picking up on. We know that. That's something that the models always miss, and so that's kind of what my friends are forecasting for, and I think it's a good call because the humidity is going to be below 15%, no doubt about that. In the afternoon, our dew points behind the front are going to be in the teens and 20s. Overnight into Friday, really chilly. It's a dry air mass. Notice Gunnison getting to 35 overnight, flirting with freezing, and then across the plains we'll be in the 40s and 50s with the coolest temps up across the Palmer Divide. We do have fire weather watches that are up for Friday, mainly over the mountain areas, then for Fremont County again, and then for Walsenburg and Trinidad. One of the reasons we don't have it over the eastern plains tomorrow is that our wind should be a little bit lighter than what we'll have out there today. But you see that westerly flow developing over the mountains on Friday, and that's warmer air, and so the temperatures go back up for a lot of us compared to what we'll have today. Notice late in the afternoon, the southeastern corner, we have a southeast wind. We start to see moisture return. And so notice Springfield may not hit 90 tomorrow, while some of the rest of us along the Arkansas River are in the mid-90s. That's a little indication to me that Springfield and the southeast corner of the state, we get low-level moisture to return, so we'll start talking about thunderstorms. I'll show you that here in a second. Colorado Springs, we're back to around 90. Mountain areas, we don't change much from what we'll have out there today. Watch this here as we head into Friday afternoon. We get some clouds to build across the southern tier and the mountains. I'm not expecting any moisture. There might be some virga around, but eastern Los Animas County, maybe southern Bent, southern Prowers County, south of La Junta, Mamar, and in the southeastern corner of the state, we should spark a couple of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. And they could put down a burst of some rain, maybe some wind gusts around 50 miles per hour, and that is something that we will watch very, very closely. All right, let's check in with you guys here this morning. Let's see, Patricia says, blessings from Rye this morning. Patricia, thanks for checking in. It is good to see you. Susan is in Palmer Lake. She says it's beautiful and it is sunny. Anna says good morning. Thank you so much, Anna. We appreciate you watching. And Hope says thank you so much. I think she's talking about the fire forecast there. And I agree with her. That is really, really good news to see that we get that out of there. Okay, as we head into the afternoon here, I want to talk about what happens with our extended forecast. And I knew once I put these things in there, I wasn't going to be able to get them out. I have a lot of stuff I'm doing, trying to sync two different computer systems. I'm going to have that up for the rest of the time. That's okay. Let's take a short break here, and then I want to tell you about my friend. This is Kathy Skaggs from Diligent Homes. She has our Smart Living this week in Colorado.
Buying or selling a home is rarely just about real estate. It's about a decision, a new beginning, a chapter closing, a future taking shape. And whether you're buying your very first home, relocating with the military, moving up, starting over, downsizing, or helping your family through an estate sale, there's one thing that's true for almost everyone. You don't just need a house. You need clarity, you need a plan, and you need someone beside you who understands both the market and the meaning behind buyers. That means helping you see what is possible, what is wise, and what is worth pursuing. For sellers, it means preparing your home well, pricing it with care, marketing it beautifully, and negotiating with your goals in mind. And for families in transition, it means helping make a complicated season feel a little more manageable. Here's the plan. First, we talk about where you are and where you want to go. Then, we build a clear strategy around your timeline, your needs, and the current market. And finally, I help you move forward with confidence, one step at a time. Because your next move should not feel confusing or overwhelming. It should feel guided, it should feel supported, and it should feel like you have someone in your corner from the first conversation to the closing table and beyond. So whether you're buying, selling, downsizing, relocating, or just trying to figure out what your next step is, I'd be honored to help. Call or text me, Kathy Skaggs, at 719-822 1855. Diligent brings you home.
Thank you so much, Kathy, and I appreciate her so much. She just has a great heart for educating and caring for people. Again, you can learn more about her at diligent.homes. Okay, it is windy out there this morning for those of us east of the mountains behind the cold front. Cooler day on the way. We'll talk about our extended forecast when we come back. You're watching Mornings with Meister on Peaks to Plains Weather.
Emergencies are unpredictable, but you don't have to be unprepared. Peak Alerts sends you targeted emergency alerts in real time for the places that matter to you most, so you know what's happening and what to do next. Know first, act fast. That's the power of Peak Alerts.
At Phil Long Ford Motor City, we've been around for 80 years. That's like 560 in dog years.
To say thank you to our loyal customers, it's employee pricing for all. You pay what we pay. Our way of celebrating Colorado's 150th anniversary and America's 250th birthday.
American value for American values. You pay what we pay, right, boys?
That's right. Only at the original Phil Long Ford store.
For over 20 years, my family, like so many of you, has proudly been part of Broncos country.
Every season, we feel the energy, passion, and commitment that defines this team.
And now, we are honored to be the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos.
Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
Locally owned Empire Roofing and Restoration has been repairing southern Colorado for over 30 years, and it's not just roofing. We'll repair and remodel almost anything, including siding, decks, garages, and more. Call Empire Roofing and Restoration for a free estimate.
Alrighty, we talk about our extended forecast here, and I want to take you through the weekend because we've got another cold front on the way, and that front is going to drop our temperatures even more compared to what we're going to have out there today. So if you're somebody that likes the cooler weather, it is going to be some good stuff for you. So we jump into the forecast here and you see this current trough, this dip in the jet stream off to our north. Well, that's going to move off to the east here. And so we will see a temperature recovery for tomorrow. We bump back up into the 80s and 90s. Over the weekend though, we start to see another system taking shape off to our northwest. You see that little kind of curve in the flow up across Montana and up across Wyoming. Well, we get another cold front to come in late Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, and that opens the door for not only cooler temps, but maybe some showers and perhaps a thunderstorm somewhere early Sunday morning. And then certainly some showers and thunderstorms as we move through Sunday afternoon. We get a reinforcing shot of some cool air for Monday with a system dropping into the northern plains. And that one might have us stable on the plains where we don't get thunderstorms around, or maybe just down across the southern tier or over some of the mountains. That's something that'll have to watch for here over the next couple of days. But this is some cool air. Usually this time of year, that cool air brings some low-level moisture with it. Sometimes it takes a day behind the cold front, but I think Sunday we will have some showers around. So on Saturday, there might be a thunderstorm over the southern tier and maybe something isolated in the Pikes Peak region. But as we head into early Sunday morning, I can't rule out a shower. And as I look at the instability, maybe even a thunderstorm. I'll keep a close eye on that over the next couple of days. But we certainly see showers and thunderstorms develop over the mountains. On Sunday during the afternoon, those will move east across the Front Range and make a run out across the plains as we move into Sunday night. A couple of those storms might be strong. That's something we'll keep an eye on. Kind of a gloomy, damp start to Monday. Some drizzle around, maybe some fog as well. And then that second push keeps us too stable, perhaps, for some storms over the plains. So you see some developing over the mountains on Monday afternoon and not having success, at least in this model run of the model I'm choosing to show you, of much action as we head into Monday afternoon and evening. We'll keep an eye on that here over the next couple of days for sure. But notice the temperature drop. Sunday into Monday, we're in the 60s. I think that is going to feel amazing. We do warm back up. We dry out for the middle part of next week. Next Wednesday looks to be the hottest day of the week. And then eventually, depending on how much moisture comes back into the forecast, we may have a couple of storms that we'll have to talk about over and near the mountains. Pueblo, we're back up into the upper 90s tomorrow. We're into the 70s on Sunday and Monday. Again, could be a damp start to the day, and then maybe some sun around in the afternoon. But 103 on Wednesday. We got some big yo-yo action on the way between Friday, the early part of the week, and then the middle part of next week. I think we'll take the edge off of the heat a little bit after we get past that Wednesday heat wave there. And you see some of our mountain areas dealing with cooler air on Monday and a chance of some storms to wrap up the weekend and head into next week as well. So crew, that's where we sit here this morning. It is now 6:49 on June 11th. It is your Thursday. Anna, I see you. She says, I'm so thankful for you guys for putting this channel together. We're having fun, Anna. We're just trying to serve our community, and so we are so grateful for you being a part of it. It is our weather together. So when you have something to contribute, whether it's through a comment or when you want to join the show, you are so welcome to do that. You can always join us live. We've got a couple links for you. We've got vMix links that when things are happening where you are, you can be part of our coverage, and we are so grateful for all of your support. So that's it for me this morning, my friends. Have a great day. You're on Peaks to Plains Weather.
We don't know what the weather is going to be like around here. I do get really anxious during storms.
That's why they chose HailGuard. When performance leads, confidence follows. Backed by the first and only asphalt shingle system with a hail warranty.
That just gives us more peace of mind.
This is the only asphalt product on the market that has the manufacturer warranty targeting the hail damage, and it gives me a lot of confidence as a contractor.
Engineered for enhanced impact performance. Built to protect homes and reputations. HailGuard shingles. Built for hail.